Let's go.
Push the weight in our flex. Alive is more than the six. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's go. This is a fun fight, man, and there's a lot to discuss here. First of all, shout out to both fighters. Like I said, this was very, very fun. There was a lot of things that I noticed going on that was a little distracting, but it didn't take away from the pace of the fight. Let's talk about the things going on outside. First of all, I was distracted by the excessive playing of rap music. He comes out to 50 Cent, then stops at the door, then comes out to MOP, Annie Up. I'm like, what is going on? Are they sure they're in Australia or in Brooklyn? You know, Mendoza showed up to fight. I was also distracted. Who was that woman? Screaming like a banshee. I mean, the things you hear when you don't have a gun. I was like, yo, well, wow. Every time I took the television off mute, I heard her. I said, oh my gosh, what's happening here? But anyway, let's get to the fight. First of all, I am impressed with Tim. I'm impressed. Let me tell you what I'm impressed about. His ring generalship was very, very, very good. He was defensively responsible. It seems he does have enough power to keep you honest. You know, he's improved since he's been fighting in America, since the Harrison fight. All the way up until now, he has improved, man. He was very, very patient. Even when he had Mendoza hurt, he was very responsible because he knew a hurt man is a dangerous man. And Mendoza, at any point, he could throw something and put your lights out. I mean, ask Sebastian Fundora. So he was very, 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 very patient. And the knockout didn't come because Mendoza, and let me tell you something else, man. Mendoza has a hell of a chin. I don't know how long that's going to last. But Mendoza has a hell of a chin. He has a hell of a chin. He was hurt a few times in this fight. He started off very, very well, giving angles. He was turning Tim. But Tim, again, had great ring generalship. He caught Mendoza in that triangle that the Sensei Stormy B-Man always discusses. And he caught him in there several times. Put Mendoza's back to the ropes where he didn't want to be. And Tim led the charge in power punches, man. I was very, 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 very impressed. I was very impressed. And let me be clear, I'm very impressed with the level of competition and how he handled it, because Mendoza's a very, very... This was not a gimme fight, man. At any point, like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if Mendoza would have put Tim on his behind. He didn't do it because Tim did his homework on this man. And with each passing moment, it's no longer a joke. He's no longer Tszyu's son. All right? He's no longer Tszyu's son. He's Tim Tszyu. And he's to be taken seriously at this point. Now, why am I speaking on that? Well, it was funny about 5 fights ago. It was funny. Oh, nah, he can't beat Jermell Charlo. It's not so funny anymore. Okay, the duck was strategic. You went up to make $11-12 million from the Canelo fight. And they took your belt. And they emailed it to Tim. 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 When I repeat myself like that, I'm making a statement. Email champion. But now he has a belt. Now, word on the block is Jamel has a mandatory that he has to take care of, or they're going to strip him there too. So listen, Jamel, I don't know what's next. I'm not watching the post fight, but I'm sure I'll find out about it. He might call you out. He might call out somebody else, or whatever. He might call out Bud. I don't know. But here's the thing, Jamel. Now you got work to do. You tried your luck at 168. It didn't work out. That's fine. So now you're back at 154. Tszyu is a legitimate threat to you, boss. Tszyu is a legitimate threat to you. That's who, you. He has that belt that you earned. He got it in the email. Go get your belt back. Go defend the belt that you're mandated to defend. Then you got to go see Tszyu. This was a legitimate win. And salute to Mendoza. He hasn't lost any stock with me at all. This is nothing to be ashamed of or frowned upon. He showed up. It's just that Tszyu, he's on a streak himself. He's coming into his own. And like I said, if you understand boxing, you watch his performance, and you know this young man has improved. He's improved, and he's bubbling in Australia, man. He's bubbling in Australia, and he's to be taken very serious at this point. So it's no longer a joke. It's no longer a game. As it stands right now, he has a belt, Jamel. He has your belt, Jamel. And he is to be taken very seriously. All right? This fight against Mendoza was not a gimme fight. So I don't know what's next. I don't know what he said. The post-fight's on right now. I'm not looking at it. But like I said, I'll hear about it sometime today. He might have said something. You know, he might have called somebody out. But it is what it is. But salute to Mendoza. He did the best he could. And let me say something else, man. Great job by the ref. By not stopping the fight. I know a lot of refs that would have stopped that fight. They let Mendoza attempt to go out on his shield. And, you know, salute to him. And Mendoza hasn't been dropped. Damn, this man's chin is something different. And this was a good fight, man. This was a good fight. Salute to both fighters. And you gotta tip your hat to Tszyu. You absolutely have to. He's to be taken serious at this point. All right. He is to be taken serious at this point. He's a legitimate threat. And I'd say he's a major player to become undisputed at 154. If you don't agree, that's fine. But you know what? This is boxing. What do I always say? You have to prove somebody wrong. By what? Getting in the ring. So as it stands right now, Tim wants all the smoke. Give him the smoke. Jamel, you strategically ducked him, but it's still a duck. I ain't say you was scared of him, but you strategically ducked him because Canelo had all the paper. You lost. Now he has your belt. You told me, tell the WBA not to take my belt. Well, they ain't listening to my dumb ass. So now you got to go get your belt, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!